Hello, aspect of the rainbow again, and I'm going to try to make a kind of quick video on some of the pieces that I failed on. I did get one request, so I wanted to go ahead and do that. I haven't made many other videos lately this week anyway, so I can go ahead and fit this one in. We'll start with, I kind of have them separated here, so we're just going to start with what's right in front of me, I guess. I showed these in, I think, one of my other videos. These two were fail because I couldn't get the letters all the way down, and the color of the resin was just too thick for me to actually see where I needed to push them down. So the letters didn't come through, and I was sad. Those were going to be cute little stars, and they were glow-in-the-dark stars, so those would have been really cute. So I got those. I'm just tossing them back into my box over there. And then this star, I tried to put this little painted smiley face flower in it, and it turned out really ugly, I think. Yep. Didn't like that one at all. I like how that one turned out. And then this star, the only reason I painted this on the back was because the star was already fail. And I was trying to see which color on the back would look better. But this one was actually fail because, let's see if you can see it in the camera. I don't think you can though. Look outside the camera. Yeah, you can't see it. It's in there. And it is, you kind of see the little brown dot right there. You can't really see it on the camera, but it is a bug. And I was sad because I didn't even know it was in there until I got the piece out and was like, what in the world is that? So that's when I learned my lesson to how important it was to cover my pieces as they were drying or curing. So yeah, I didn't want to try to sell a piece that had a bug in it. So this one was my dirty money piece, my first one, and you can see where that went wrong. All the letters got shifted around in there. So that was a waste of money. Haha, get it? Yep, that one turned out bad. This one turned out bad because I just didn't like the glitter colors, which are actually kind of cute, just not for what I was trying to do. So I really didn't like this one. That one turned out bad. You can hear my kids in the background. I'm recording during the day. I normally do it when they're asleep. This piece was just randomness. I just poured it into like this little plastic thing that actually had findings in it. And then I etched my name on, or my initials on there, just playing around with my new Dremel tool. So that's just a random piece. It's not even hard all the way. It still bends. Random piece right there. I think I showed these in another video. I put way too much glow-in-the-dark paint, so they just never completely cured, or I guess they completely cured, but they're flexible because it was too much paint and not enough resin. So those would have been cute little potion bottles, but they were too soft. This is just another random piece, just a little circle that I actually molded out of a bottle cap to one of my water bottles right here. I just poured the resin in the center right there just to see what kind of little shape would come out, and that's what came out, and it actually popped out of there pretty easy. But it had this, and the only thing that sucks about it is like there's an imprint for the letters for like 3 numbers on the inside of the bottle cap, so that shows up on there. and then there's like little notches on the side from the ring around the top. So it does that, but it was just some extra resin that I had, and I poured it in there just to see what kind of little shape it would give me. And then this is a mold from a mold that I actually made out of that round piece. And I put the round piece in the wrong way, so the letters the numbers end up showing up on the resin piece that you make. And then I formed the back of the mold all crooked, so it made the last layer really crooked and jacked up. And I didn't like that. And that sucks, because this was a cute little piece too. So then I just have these little funky flowers that were poured with extra resin, and I call them fail because they're just ugly. Just really ugly colors. I was like, ew, maybe this would look cute, and then I popped it out and was like, ew, that is really horrible. So these are just some horrible little flowers that are just gonna sit in that box until I figure out what to do with them. This is another piece of randomness with just extra resin. I poured a lot of extra resin, and then I just poured it in a little container with random beads and let it cure for no reason at all. No reason. These are all my little cabs that I made when I was first trying to test out the paint swirling method. I tried putting the paint in there by itself without mixing it with any resin first, and then I kind of swirled it in there, and they just didn't turn out as pretty and precise as I wanted them. The swirls ended up getting all jagged and crooked and clumpy looking, so all of those turned out horrible. This one didn't turn out too bad. I mean, it was just, I just painted a little design in there, so that one didn't turn out too bad. This one, the little lines got all fat and ugly, crooked looking. This one didn't turn out too bad. I just have no idea what I would use it for, but it was like a little underwater thing, so you got the little seaweeds and water bubbles around there. So those two weren't too bad, but don't know what I'd use them for. And then you just have these pieces over here where the swirls were just ugly looking, and I don't like any of them. So they're kind of just gonna sit there until I decide to do something with them. So those are just gonna sit there in my box. Then my strawberries that went wrong because the glitter in the back didn't fill up the whole area. I didn't pour it in soon enough, so the glitter didn't stick. So it looks really nice and pretty red, and then when you get to the center, it's really like pale and light, and so the whole thing's not uniform. Then I had little strawberry shortcake pieces that just didn't look right. I just didn't like the way they turned out, because you can't really see the characters in there. So it was just an idea I was trying. It didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. It would have been a cute idea though. This piece, I had a symbol that I had decided, I poured extra black resin in and then decided to put the symbol on top. So I put the symbol on top, and then I was doming it so it would be covered in resin. And it was really cute, but I went to the store and my kids got into my room because I didn't lock my door like I normally do, and they started playing with it, and the whole symbol got shifted, so I can't do anything with it now. It's horrible. I'm so sad. I was going to make this a cute little ring, but that got messed up. These two got messed up because the sticker just totally bended in there, and these smiley face stickers, all of them do that. All those smiley face stickers been like that. And this one I didn't use Mod Podge. So I used Mod Podge when I did these two, and so it didn't bleed like these ones did, but the sticker still just curves. It just bends, and I didn't like that. I tried to fix it on this one while it was still curing, but I accidentally poked a hole through the piece. So it's not really fail, I just don't like how the sticker bends. So this piece might be, you know, okay looking, but this one, since I accidentally poked that hole through the sticker, it just looks bad. So that's those pieces, and this was another piece that got messed up with that round mold. My daughter's screaming at her brother, and I tried painting a little rose on it, which I think looks kind of cute. It wasn't too bad, but the back was just really funky and messed up looking. Then I had these squares. This was some more failed swirling techniques, and they just didn't turn out the way I wanted them to, and they're super thin, so I don't like how thin they are. Well, they're not that bad, but I don't like the way the swirls turned out. Done those. And then these penguins were iron-on patches. I put Mod Podge over them and then put them in here. But it turned out bad because it still bled, even though I coated them like 3 times on both sides. The resin still bled into the iron-on patch. And then I was a dork and tried to paint over the, you know, pieces that really bled and save it. But it looks weird. And then they each had holes, like huge big holes right there. And this is before I knew that you can cancel out the holes by coating it with resin. So I could have just coated it with resin and filled up that hole and it would have disappeared, but it still bled underneath, so it still wouldn't have looked good. This one's actually kind of funny. If you can see the hole, it actually formed one big hole and then 4 little ones, so it looked like a little paw print. And I thought that was so adorable, other than the fact that it was a huge cluster of bubbles on my resin. But, you know, this piece was messed up already, so at least it made a cute little paw print bubbles. And I tried to be kind of ghetto and fill it in with black, see if it would just blend. But that didn't turn out right. So these glow-in-the-dark eyeballs, this one got messed up because I tried to pull it out way too soon. I have no idea why I did that, but I was just curious. And they're super thin too. But yeah, so that one turned out really bad. I tried to save it and there was no saving that. This one, I just don't really turn out like the way it turned out. I domed the back, like everything went fine on the inside, no bleeding or anything. I just don't really like it. It didn't get the effect that I wanted, so just don't really like it. This is just another piece of randomness that I poured with extra resin and extra glitter, and I put a little crystal in there, you can kind of see, and give a little lighter green back, just extra resin, threw on a sticker and glazed over it. So that's just another random piece. Then I have, this is the last thing. I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a 5-minute video, and now it's 15 minutes, and these things take forever to upload. Oh well. And these little things here, I made them with a little cube ice tray, but they were like little pyramid cubes, and I was like, well, we'll make a small batch of resin. And yeah, that was a small batch. It just filled up all those little cubes. I was surprised, and I just stuck random things in them just to see how they would turn out. So that's those, and I really just don't have any idea or any use for these things, so I won't use that mold. For this, again, I'll probably, well, I don't know what I'll use it for, because can't use it for food now, but I'll do something with it, or I don't know, maybe I'll figure out what to do with this little shape. Who knows? Cute little pieces, though, kinda. Not really, maybe, I don't know. What do you think? What would you do with them? I have no idea, so they're just there. And they're going into my little box. So that was all my fail pieces. Let me know what you guys think. Any pieces you think I can save, or these aren't all fail pieces. This is just the bucket I decided to throw them in. So not all these pieces are fail. But yep, those are the pieces I failed and learned on. Any tips are appreciated. Maybe you guys learned something from what I made a mistake on. And yeah, so it's getting late here, so I'll say goodnight to some of you guys and have a good day to the rest of you guys. Thank you.